Your position, got me delirious.
There's no breaking up. Don't wanna shit.
But if I'm master.
I'm gonna love you when you're here with me. I love you when you're gone. Situation so wrong, but babe, the love is so strong. Enough to love you when you're here with me.
I love you when you're gone.
Mapenzi na exist bado.
This
was when life was simple.
No. Yeah, before
she dedicated mdenge ngoma. Yeah? Be a big girl.
Wanna catch your wine too.
You love me as a true, but certain things in life they say I want to do. Hey.
Back when nilikuwa nasikia Chris Martin anakaa Kenya na cheese. Lazima niende hiyo show. Hata uwezi toka kwenu saa 2 usiku.
Niuza kabambe yangu fulani niende coach Damian Mali. In a day when he came.
How was it?
It was worth everything.
Yeah.
Chilling. It was worth it, bro.
God damn. Okay. Ushauza nini?
Kwenda show?
Yeah.
None.
Wala. You've never sacrificed anything to attend like a show?
I just paid for I paid for it.
I
didn't have to
sell. To the money plan.
Money plan.
Yeah, but I went to see Conscience and attend Caspanyovest. No. And Caspanyovest. It was worth every dime. Yeah.
Joby?
My life.
Ulijiuza?
Sasa you are still alive.
Nilienda nikijua tu nikirudi.
Kumewaka.
Ile kichapo ndapata ama kupasha. It was my life literally.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Yeah. So,
but I lost my show.
Oh god.
Ilikuwa show gani?
I went to the club. It was not a show.
Wallahi.
Yeah.
What?
You Kamlesh? Ever even been in a concert?
Oh yeah. A couple.
Okay.
Hey, back when we were young people. Yeah, but sacrifice needing maybe rent. Yeah. Rent to me.
Like we will sort it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
We will sort it.
Maybe to things that I've sacrificed for. Road trips. Like when you're like, I have this man. I can do this. But kuna hii road trip.
Legendary.
10K. Your school fee.
Oh, we live in the now. Your road trip is
Nakiliniramba by the way.
Yeah.
After school. Yeah, I suffered because now you can't graduate.
You could do exam.
No, exam tulifanya chini. I don't know how we survived, but let me tell you, we survived doing exams. Natolewa hivi na narudi.
Yeah.
Natolewa exam room after 10 minutes narudi. I'm not that person.
Wallahi.
Yes,
and
but
you did it.
Yes, and I did all my exams.
Like
na bado nilikuwa na balance.
Ulikuwa na change head wrap ama ulikuwa do?
No, sinaenda tu.
Head wrap?
Yeah, no, like I'm trying to change the jacket.
Like funny, he's trying to say you've always had head wraps.
I love head wraps. I do love head wraps. I know. No, but I don't know. I just asijui nilikuwa tunaingia si mimi ulifukuza.
So that confidence.
Yeah, because ulikuwa ushaanza exam. Unatoka na paper
nayo kama.
Haiko tu kwa hapo.
Mnani persecute too.
I know what you're trying to say. We're not there.
We're not there.
Not today. Like
hey man, life was good back then.
Yeah.
I could go on a finance bill,
man. But apparently today we're talking about the consequences of being a deadbeat dad or deadbeat parent.
Yeah. Like that?
You know. What?
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. Everywhere. Okay. Yeah.
That's not confirm.
You can be like 1 hour later.
I don't know if I should be offended.
No, you shouldn't. It's the truth.
You should.
I should, right? What?
But do better.
Anyway, nakutetea na ona ikikantenya.
Anafaa kibaya ndo change.
Check ya mse ndakutetea.
Nimetetea kila.
Amekuanika mbaya.
I know.
Euros.
Who's coming to perform in the country?
Shensia.
Nice. She likes Shensia. Ulinunua ticket? Nilirudishiwa pesa?
Mimi hapana.
Sisi tunaonaga tu kwa nini Instagram stories.
Stop at the airport. But yeah, apparently on the Black Kings frequency today on the Black on Fire network, we are talking about the consequences of being a deadbeat parent, and we are joined by Maria and Setu all the way from Uganda. Wagwan.
He said so, speaking directly to the mic.
Wagwan Maria and Setu.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Wagwan.
Guys.
We said Wagwan. We didn't say hello. We said
Say
Wagwan.
nothing Agwan, so.
Yeah.
Which area in Nigeria? Nigeria.
Wait. In what area of Uganda are you guys in? Is that how you ask it? Kwapi.
Maria, what are you cooking?
Yeah, kombali. Anapiga jani.
Are you there?
I'm on mute my
I'm a mute fine. Anyway, we continue, man. And we get straight to the point. What is a deadbeat parent, Joby? What can be defined as a deadbeat parent?
A parent who's never present in their children's life. Yeah.
Present in what manner?
Financially, emotionally, you're just not there. You're not concerned about anything. This kid, what they do, how they live.
Yeah.
Even trying to nurture them in ways of life. Like, you're not concerned.
Yeah.
You're just living your life. You nutted and you left.
What?
Yeah.
Dang. Drops a nut. Man,
Yeah.
what is the definition of, by your terms, what would you say, ukiona huyu unasema this is a deadbeat parent?
I just believe not present, full time.
Yeah?
Literally. Even part time. You know, like deadbeat mtu mwenye ni dead, like literally only comes maybe later. Just dead.
He's dead, so he's not coming.
No, they always come back later. They always come back later. You know, so yeah, for me that's a deadbeat dad. Dead like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you specify that? Not parent?
Because it's always deadbeat dad.
No.
Comes really fast. You guys, don't you think so? Like every time you are deadbeat dad.
No.
He's a deadbeat.
There is a deadbeat. Like it's
They're
rare
deadbeat
for me
moms.
to hear. Yeah, they are. I just found out this year.
They are deadbeat mothers.
Yeah. Like they're
Hey,
leaving
yo.
their kids na wanaendea wanaijo.
Ama ana smoke mbele ya mtoi.
Yeah. Ama anacha
Anaacha
mtoi
mtoi kwa nyumba anaenda kuserereka.
Yeah. Ama anaenda for 2 days mtoi anakufa. No, those guys.
Ana bet hapa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ananunua nao gwede.
So,
Like
no, like that's a true story. Like there's this lady kwenye yuka hivi amebaki na tuseme ni kio ya mwisho. She'll bet the entire 100 bucks sawa. Na kichomeka anapika manzee ka ugali na wanakunywa manzee na maji na mtoi. Na hivyo ndio sapa imeenda. You know, like that's a deadbeat. Like she's present. That's deadbeat as hell. Like you're doing more damage by being present than your absentia, man. But yeah, HR, what is a deadbeat parent to you?
To me, I think a deadbeat parent is someone who chooses to not fulfill their parental duties in their children's lives.
Okay.
Wamechague wewe mwenyewe tu like.
Siko.
What's our slogan? F them. F them.
What?
Kids!
Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, for me, us.
Us. F them kids.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's because of wako. So saying that now, that's a problem. You're a deadbeat.
Yeah.
You need help. You know, but yeah, I would say that.
Okay. Because there's a notion, it's an argument that why not for government subsidies and all that, we'd have more deadbeat moms than dads.
Talk about it.
you know, because most times utapata the only reason she's there is because she can't not be there, and that's why we. In what way? Okay, she gave birth to the child, right? So there are moms who will leave the child hospitally na wahepe, which is actually more humane than most people think. And then there's those ones that take the kid home and awashughuliki from week 2 kutoka kinembe ipone, she's outside again. Okay, and the child grows up. Shekuwa na situation yenye mtoto anaitanga mamake na jina yake, and then shosho yake anamuita mom. You know what I mean? Which is sort of a deadly thing to be. But at the end of the day, the fact that we have all these support structures for women in society, machama, whatever, you know, of which it's very female-centered. Wanga zinasaidia a lot, especially in wakisha wachanishwa, when their deadbeat dads get away. But if these women, especially the ones that, the girls that are in the streets, if they could, they'd leave this child. And there are cases of this happening, where we've seen cases in the news where, I think it was on Citizen TV, this girl was saying that their mom left when she was 12. And she never came back, and the mom used to work in the street.
Then she had to become a street person too.
Yeah. And that's a whole notion of a certain faction of society that is never talked about, the deadbeat moms, because they exist.
They do.
But what really, I think when you talk about deadbeat moms, number one, we should also discuss like what is really making them become
the root cause.
Yeah, because if you try focus,
shouldn't we discuss that for both?
For both, yeah, but I feel like for women it's a little bit, I don't want to say it's a little bit, it's something that's supposed to do, but I want to give an example. Like msa amepatia tu ball, okay, like someone gets you pregnant, you know, that is a deadbeat. Of course, you got pregnant by, so it's gonna run away. Probably you're never even gonna see them. Like when you say probably mimba na katoroka na kakata, you take responsibility. You're there, you have nothing. Literally, you yourself, you don't even understand yourself. You're trying to literally find a job or find a way of how you can start making, you know, your life literally stand up. Hauna kazi. You have nowhere to go, you have no relatives, probably an orphan. Let me give an example, you know, and then you end up giving birth to this child who also you don't know what you're gonna do with, you know. So what do you personally feel like that is what makes women end up becoming actually not present in their children's life? Not all of them. We also have a number. I don't want to say it's less, or we have a percentage of those who are gonna end up literally giving up on their kids, because also for them they have not figured out themselves. So anajulikana ako na mtoto, probably hata jirani ndio anamlea, but she's never there. Na yeye mwenyewe anajua ako na mtoto, but she's never there because she doesn't care. Because it's got her so in a point of where maybe ako na ile mindset ama ana believe like, you know, abortion na, you know. So she ends up giving birth.
I want to ask you guys a question. What about those that have taken their kids to the orphanage? Are they deadbeat?
The moms?
Yeah, or any parent. Like for example, just as an example, Joben and then you decide, since I can, or foster care.
That's deadbeat responsibly.
Yeah.
That's better than.
But is it deadbeat? Let's not sugarcoat responsibly. Is this deadbeat or
it's wrong?
No,
But
is it deadbeat?
It's not deadbeat.
Because deadbeat is you're not not present, right?
Deadbeat would be if you were in a position to bring this child up and you decide not to.
But you decide not to in the sense that you couldn't
now imagine, let me ask this. Let me phrase your question another way, right? Now imagine a 14-year-old gets pregnant. She lives in the slums. And once she gives birth, she opts to have that kid areziwe kwa orphanage, because hadi yeye mwenyewe kwenye yako hajiwezi, mwenye amemzaa hajiwezi, so she opts to see if probably in the orphanage, this kid will have a better diet. This kid will have better upbringing. This kid will atakuwa na nguo. Is that really a deadbeat, or is that somebody actually sacrificing and out of like the love of a parent sometimes is messed up?
I feel like, again, we've spoken about abortions and all that, like, and we've had some people right here and maybe on the comments and other places say, instead of you aborting, take this child to a children's home where she can be taken care of. So I do agree with you. Like, personally, I also feel like that is actually responsible. I call it deadbeat. You, as much as you're not really,
it's actually responsible.
Yeah, you're not there in the presence of the child, but it's not like they don't have someone to take care of them. Like, you literally left them in someone's hands who you know they're going to be taken care of, and this is off you, like, you know you did good. Unlike ungeenda mtupe dandora kwa takataka mahali, that is actually you being
So according to this, they're saying a deadbeat parent is a pejorative term referred to parents who do not fulfill their parental responsibilities, especially when they evade court-ordered child support obligations or custody arrangements.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, then that
is not a deadbeat.
Yeah, because he's admitting that I cannot, and I hereby request either the state or certain group nisaidieni. Yeah, and I feel like that is a very responsible sacrifice that this person makes.
It is.
Because first of all, they understood that abortion was not an option, so they did not take a life. They gave a life and then sought to give this life the best chance possible at prosperity or at normalcy or even the role of family. And you can switch Shmani's question to, what about, apparently we can't say certain words, what about grade? Okay? What about accidental, whatever? Like, there was a case of a woman who was in a coma and got pregnant. Apparently, one of the orderlies used to come and do her. You get, and she got pregnant.
What do you mean by orderlies?
Orderlies, the people that take care of. Orderlies.
What?
Yeah, the nurses.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that. So she was she gave birth while still in a coma.
Man. Oh my.
Yeah, man, that was nuts.
Yeah.
What?
She woke up and her daughter was 3. And she went into a coma without a child.
You passed out, went into a coma.
So alifanyiwa CS.
Got raped.
Yeah.
Got pregnant.
Gave birth.
While you're still in a coma.
Yeah, catatonic. Because your body is functioning. You're getting nutrients. So once they found out, the family decided not to terminate. And that's where you ask yourself, what does this woman do once she wakes up and looks at a 3-year-old that she doesn't know, that she never consented to? Does she step up? That's where, like, children's home. So, because you don't know this little girl
And
you've never bonded.
I also feel like post what depression.
Postpartum depression.
Yeah, I feel like that also leads to so many cases of deadbeat moms. Because I don't know
Especially
if people do understand how psychological effective this is to women.
Yeah.
Like how they break down, what they really go through, especially emotionally, mentally. Like it really like consumes so much out of a woman. And I feel like that actually can also lead you, the more actually, especially if you are alone, I feel like it leads you to hating the kid. You end up hating the kid to the point like where you're gonna be now fully not even present on their lives.
Instead of doing that, you'd better take them to orphanage.
True.
And also, I've heard that they also don't even feed their kids. Like like breastfeed.
Like suckling the kids.
They don't. They go through that.
Oh, when you're
trauma.
postpartum, alafu mtu analia unasikia kumuua. Like women
And
actually say that, like analia, I just want to smash.
imagine to find this woman was
Okay.
very, very happy during her pregnancy, like she was maybe ready and all that, but
Damn.
when the baby comes, it hits different.
That's why
it's no longer you celebrating the baby kicks.
But at the end of the day, you guys, what do you think about? For example, I believe if you are ready for the kid, does everybody go through that? Every woman.
No, but
Phase,
every
yeah.
woman, depends on the
it's
position.
not every woman, but now let me tell you how
Most
it's
women
very,
just come close to it. then
And that's
they-
why I'm always
especially if they
saying,
don't have support.
Exactly.
in that position, that's why I see like most people once they already give birth, they have their even if she was like a single girl, they have like their families around. That's why you have like people around you
Yeah.
to help you through that phase. Because if
Yeah.
you're alone, you might end up,
That's
No,
easy.
so something funny, okay?
it's not fun.
Babies don't like sleeping at night as much as you
Yeah.
think. Okay, they're very active
Yeah.
because he's still or she's still in that state ya kukua kwa womb. So wherever time he was active in there, or he gonna be active, or she gonna be active, and they poop all the time. Okay, hadi wakiwa wamelala, if you don't change it, namchoma, anaanza kulia.
And then
You know,
when they get colic,
Luckily, not all babies get colic.
yeah, but you see,
That is
if
a whole
woman-
other beast.
If a woman is negligent,
Yeah,
unamnyonyesha vibaya and there's a
hewa.
hiyo tumbo upset.
Mhm.
So unamwangalia tu like
Unashangaa.
nini yo.
That's why it's very crucial for the nurse to teach a woman how to latch, to help the baby latch, because the baby doesn't know how to latch. So you have to put the baby in a certain position where another.
It's
Now, if you're ignorant, and colic is expensive to deal with. Like it's a very, very, and it's such a painful experience for the child, because kila saa ni kama shikuwa nasikia niko kona gas kwa tumbo,
But you're a kid,
but
you don't know.
yeah, alafu ni kama unasikianga nika kuna pressure flani
It's
hapo,
uncomfortable like
very, and now you're 2 weeks old,
Your organs are still weak.
very weak, and it's a hell of a time. And this is where postpartum depression mostly occurs when women don't get support. But it's not with every woman. Some women are actually, and this is where we should give props to mothers. Women are superheroes, man.
Strength of a woman.
Okay, when you heard strength of a woman, that's no joke. There are women that would dem anapata mtoto akiwa 19. Mtoto anazalianga and she's a whole different person. And like they get their priorities right and what, and that's like a superhero mindset, like to adjust that quickly to being a mother and to take it on and not look back. That's why we celebrate moms, especially single moms that did it and were they have a healthy relationship with the child. Well, props to her. But postpartum is real, and in a world where hakuna support sana hivyo for people, especially for the nuclear family, as Shmani said, have people around you even if that man ducked you.
Facts.
Okay, go get your mom, or even go home, enda mtaa,
but kuna watu wana wazazi unajua.
enda kwa sister yako, enda kwa ndugu yako, enda kwa beshte yako. Have people around you. This is where the value of friendship comes in again. Now, I don't know if I was saying this here, like, if you're my friend and I can't check you, tell you you're fucking up, we're not friends. Okay? Because you should see it in a very healthy way when I tell you you're fucking up. This is me
But
actually
the
caring.
term friend is always misused.
Yep.
It's just, we are acquaintances with most people.
Yeah.
But we call it
Friends. Yeah, because your friend is somebody who is actually real with you.
I saw Will Smith talk about it. He was saying, friend number one, so 3 of them, you're calling them at 3 a.m. in the morning. Friend number one looks at it, like, I didn't see. Continues sleeping. Friend number 2 answers and is like, yo,
It's 3.
makes you feel bad for calling them, like, yo.
It's 3 a.m.
The third friend, anashikaga simu akivaa nguo, like,
Wagwan.
What's the problem?
What we doing?
You know?
Yeah.
So, hey man, get you a true friend.
Some real friends in life will feel like family. They say friends are the family you choose.
Yeah.
You know. And that's where Atakama, you come from a deadbeat family. You can create a family, especially childhood friendships. They help kids that come from singular parent homes a lot, because those friendships will teach that boy how to man up. Those friendships will teach that boy how to associate with other people, will teach that girl how to associate with other kids and everything, and build a social setting. And when I move, you move.
Is there any room where we can justify being a deadbeat? And as
If you're in
Shimani
prison?
said, of course. Shimani said which is true, most deadbeats are men.
Yeah.
Is there any instance where it's like, yes, I need
Prison?
A woman pushing you off.
Getting trapped? Yeah. Also, if you've been trapped and you don't want to be involved, sometimes.
No, that's
Listen.
not.
Talk about it, Shimani.
It's trapped.
America, yeah.
You become a deadbeat.
Yeah, like what's the babamtoi lakini like
Yep,
See,
I'm not
what
the father, but
Babamtoi?
no, that's being trapped.
being trapped. I am not the father, but I'm now responsible.
You're not the
Kid.
Biological.
Baby daddy.
Oh, I thought like trapping a man, like having a kid with
It's-
him.
it's
You know,
like,
that they are
let's
different
assume-
trap.
Let's assume I get to know a certain lady, Symbio. And then by week 2, she's trying to make me feel responsible for her certain child.
But that is not, you're not the dad, so you can't call yourself a deadbeat dad.
No,
The
no, I
woman.
said trapping.
once you guys become a thing, you're liable to pay for child services.
Yeah.
Become a thing like marriage. Yeah, but this is somebody you knew 2 weeks ago.
Okay, what if you knew them 2 weeks ago, you start dating, but ameleta boli ya kamlesh kwangu na ananiambia, oh, it's yours.
Now you know that one is trapping.
Mm.
Deep down, she knows it's not your baby,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
she's actually saying it is yours.
Yeah.
Now that's trapping. The difference that I'm getting is Kamlesh made an example of huu ni mtoto wa mtu.
That's
I'm
trapping
dating
as
you.
well. Because
I'm dating you 2 weeks later, you want me to take care of your kid. That is not, you're not the dad, so that's not being a dating
There was a-
parent.
But they do that though.
But there was a question that was being
You're
asked.
dating them and that's not your kid and they call you deadbeat.
Yo,
Many
women,
trap how to trap.
women, listen, uko talking stage.
Eh.
Umemkamia like to pick up. To
If
go
you're not
out.
buying my kid,
Yeah.
it's at Wendy.
Buy my kids dinner.
Now get you and you are saying, but do
Breakfast.
they call you the dad? Really?
No.
Does that justify you being called a
Yeah,
deadbeat
the woman,
parent and that's not
the
your
woman
kid?
presents themselves as a full package to the kids.
Mm.
If you want me, nakuja na 3 minions.
Yeah.
So it's either you step up or you go.
Yeah.
So Kamlesh being in love with you tries.
Mm.
Na hajaifanya hivi anashindwa we. After 2 months amechoka, deadbeat ule.
Hata
But
ulikuwa
that was not your
unanichocha.
responsibility.
You said you will step up and be the father figure to
I
my
thought you were a
kids.
man.
You know, I saw this and
Nonsense.
it was a question, right? So this man said he had planned like a whole savings plan for his son's tertiary education, and they got divorced with the wife. The wife got married elsewhere. He still continued taking care of the son's education and everything. Unfortunately, before the kid went to school, he passed away.
Who could pass? The dad?
No, the kid. He was 19. And they always had this joke like, hey, what will you do if I don't use that money? And the dad always said, I'm going to go to Europe and travel. Right? So when the son passed away, while he was grieving, the ex-wife asks him, okay, that money that you had saved up, can you give it to me? I educate my other son, since I don't have money for him to go to college. And the dad said, no, I'm going to Europe.
I'm outside.
I'm outside. That's what we always talked about.
Yeah.
You see, the notion of is because she tried to guilt him, make him feel like he's wrong for doing that he should be responsible for the stepson, so to say, or because that's your child, but we have a child together. It's like when Matubia, watoto wa pilot walichukuliwa na mwingine akaachwa. Should the other father take this one? And it's a whole notion. And the thing is,
I think that is a conversation you're supposed to have, and you are here before, right? Conversation you're supposed to have at the start of a relationship with somebody who has somebody else's kids. Yeah. If you're going to be taking care of them, then stick by your words. If you're not comfortable, don't do it. That's the problem. People want to pretend they can do it, and they know deep down they can't. First and foremost, emotionally, they can't take it. And at the end of the day, the kid is the one that is innocent. You guys, this is your own trouble. You're putting an innocent kid in the middle of this. So I do believe, even from your story, you coming to say, those are not my kids. If their dad, or if my kid or his kid died, right? And then the dad is like, okay, I wasn't taking care. Before, was he taking care of the other kids? He wasn't, right? So it's not liable to call him a deadbeat dad, because first and foremost, we didn't have a conversation of me taking care of your other kids. I was just taking care of my kid. And the worst part is, you're not even married. You are an ex, you're married to the other. Where's the other father? Why doesn't he take care of his own kids? So that's not a deadbeat dad. If he would have been trapped into that, then that could be his fault. He would have just stood and said, no, I'm going for that trip, and let him go for and never feel guilty about it.
No, he didn't. He said he went for the trip.
Yeah.
But and there was a whole other conversation that there was a debate online a few days ago. This lady was complaining, kama kawaida, about why men are so afraid to date single mothers. You know, at the minute you tell a guy that you have a child, he's gone.
Brother Bella.
I'm out of there.
Yeah. And you know, like it takes a lot.
Yeah, it takes a lot for as a man to just take out those kids.
Yeah.
Because you love the woman.
You know, them kids were made in a very fun way, right? And I was not there.
No, you are not.
I was not. Probably hata nilikuwa nakufa dry spell. Huko hapo hivyo umepigishwa nduru na feel vizuri. So, then it is me. It's like Abedegoro said what the other day, at that guy that you friend zone is probably the one you will spend. I don't want to spend friends on me. Do not change that setting. Okay? Until you spend the rest of your life. You go out there, you hoe around.
Now are you ready?
Now when Kinembe in a car.
Why were you not
Zebra
holding
crossing.
around? You.
It's my friend zone. I'm waiting.
You wait, then it's your turn.
No.
But that's not what you say. You don't say it's my turn. You say it's mine till death now.
Yeah.
To
So you were waiting.
Mileage.
Bro.
My friends on your heart.
Apana, but it's good. Like me, I'd marry my friend.
No, listen, Shmani.
For real. I'd marry my friend.
Uparambulate alafu yamekwaga hapa tu.
I'd marry my friend for real. See, friend wangu pia was outside, because I believe before even that there's supposed to be friendship at the beginning of
You've taken it out of context. It's not about friendship. It's about a guy who wants you, but on a friend zone while you're perambulating.
But I was in another relationship.
No, perambulating.
No, she was in relationships.
Streets.
No, you guys.
Those are not relationships.
Such a failed relationship in streets.
Ships.
What do you mean? Failed relationship in streets?
I had to fail relationship.
Kondeni.
Unajua kama nini?
Kitambo. Akisema baby go.
About that was
leave that
it.
mom. And then say you have to pay marriage advice. The irony for me.
Alielewa Nigeria akashindwa.
I don't know that. Is she the first marriage?
I
don't know about that.
You should know. Bro.
Baby.
But I want you to share this video.
Yeah.
The reason I swear this topic, I actually wrote it. There's
Okay.
this guy. So
No, they keep coming now.
Wanakuja na wanaenda. They are not stable.
But let's also ask them, by the way. Let's not assume. Maria. Hey, Setu.
Are you guys there or you're not there?
Umezifunga?
Yeah. Yeah, yes, please.
Are you guys eating
So-
crickets?
Wanted to ask, what do you consider a deadbeat parent? What do you consider a deadbeat parent? Or who do you consider as a deadbeat parent?
To me,
Okay, we're waiting.
According to you,
Okay. So, let's play
the
this.
internet is dead.
Ni kweli.
Sasa labda unaweza kuwataja kwa jina zao kamili?
Jina yangu kamili ile niliwapa ni Lorina Chieng, Ariu, Vanessa Anyango, Ariu, Chelsea Atieni, nimewasomesha mimi mwenyewe. Yeah.
Na unajua watu wameweza kusema kuwa ulikuwa baba ambaye haukuonekana kwenye picture sasa, hii ndio sasa umeweza kuonekana na unataka usaidizi kutoka kwao.
Nimekaa bara 3 years sasa wazungu. Na mama yao wamefanya harusi, wakampa mama yao 1,000,000. Mama yao akaniambia watoto wako wamepata wazungu. Sasa walipompa 1,000,000, mimi niliporudi wakanitumia 50,000. Mama yao wakasema kuwa mimi nitaharibu hiyo pesa, wakariva sio pesa. Vanessa kariva sio pesa immediately. Kabla
Vanessa ndo nani? Vani
Veni ito Dalmas Gore.
Vani Brad. Je, ni kweli ama ni la?
So,
Ni kweli.
so,
Who are these?
so I'm trying to explain for you this, and of course I'm also going to relate. Maybe I'm wrong because today they were celebrating Koikai's birthday,
Vigil,
right?
yeah, vigil was yesterday.
Yeah, and the dad was saying, he's not been fully present or whatever.
Jambi is done.
Yeah. And he said, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. It's also a video that is going viral. And then I also came across this one. So this one is crazy because, I don't know if you guys know, there's this chick that has 1 million views for dating this Mzungu guy. She's always trending, you see her popping on vlogs, like Nairobi Gossip, whatever. She has this white guy. So apparently this is the dad. And the dad has been like, I don't know, deadbeat or something. So right now, the girls are doing well. Like literally.
Is this them?
Yeah, those are them. The other one,
Kama si anda.
that's a picture, but the girls are actually doing well right now. Probably maybe it's with them Zungu or whatever. This other one,
That's a picture. Kwani kama ni picha? Omedi.
but they're doing well, right? Now the guy is back and is like, wanitumia 50k wakariva wakapea mamake 1 million, unajua. So I'm like, bro, where were you? Like, if you see even their stories or wherever they've come from, or venye walikuwa nateseka kitambo, amesema ulikuwa wapi? Eti mama aliniambia wamepata mzungu. So because they got their way out, or one of them you wanna come back and now demand, because the whole video is crazy. It's actually demanding. Mimi ndio baba ya huyu, ako tu hapa anafanya vizuri, and mimi nateseka huko, and then now he's demanding 50,000 and now he's on vlog. So you can tell that they always come back when you're getting better.
Okay.
Like when you're doing better, or when you're doing good for yourself, they've never been part of your life. They mistreated you. They want part of now your success, which is super crazy. And even some come back, ukizikwa
Ni
ukifanyiwa
mtoto
ndio wako
wangu.
like oh sijui nini
Hiyo mali
nini,
yake
you know,
sasa.
and stuff like that, and so you start questioning like
Tuachiri.
unajua
What camera you got?
achira
You gotta turn you gotta turn your camera on, Cam.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the camera.
Hapo chini. Hapo.
There you go. You're good. Now let me comment. I don't agree with taking no one's kids. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a thankless job. If you take care of someone else's child, this is a bunch of them. You as a man, those kids do not grow up to like maybe one or two. They don't grow up to give you no reverence. They always revert back to their real father, and he might be a bum. It's a thankless job. I've always told my son, don't ever take care of no fucking body's children. That's a no-no. Because it's a thankless job. You won't, the kids always gonna have some kind of resentment that you're not their real father. There's gonna be some kind of weirdo shit going on. I say, if you can't, stay out of it. But, you know, it all depends. But like I said, every part of that is different, but in my experience, I found out that there's always a no. And it's my experience I found out. No. Because no matter how much you gonna love this kid, well, you're not my real dad. You're right. So bye.
Okay, yeah, that's true. It is sometimes a very thankless job, but also there are so many testimonies of kids getting such a positive impact from step-parents, and step-parents actually stepping up in such a selfless manner. But I want to ask this before we get back to that story. Should toxic parents be considered deadbeat parents?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, because
100%.
yeah,
You're literally toxic. You're not present. You're just being toxic. You just keep on nagging. You're always beating. You don't have time to understand.
Yeah.
Like it's all about you.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because I remember there was a story of XT and Della and the mom a while back, where she was saying like, I'm in blog ati huyu msichana ananiibia kijana yangu, and you could just see the traits of a toxic, you know. And as you say, this other one, the boy that died,
Chira.
yeah, like you can see like how the family is oriented towards the pesa ilichangwa,
Not
but not caring about really how the boy lived, how everything, until now there was money involved, is when kijana yetu, right? Because how many times did that boy come out and say like his family were abandoned?
Only the grandmother was there.
You know, and then his friends almost become his family. They raise whatever. I mean, y'all are coming. Where was y'all when these guys were banding together and doing all this? And now it becomes a whole back and forth. I feel like there's certain levels of toxicity where the toxic parents shouldn't be classified as deadbeats, even in a worse sense, because you're actively psychologically damaging your child knowingly. You know, which is, you'd rather remove your presence if your presence does not better.
does not add any
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you know the saddest part actually, growing up, you don't realize either they are a deadbeat or whether they are toxic. Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't understand the difference between the two. You
Yeah.
know, whether they are toxic, whether they are deadbeat, because you're raised with fear of everything they
Questioning.
say. Everything they say is correct. Okay, I say this, that's what stands. You don't have the position to question.
That's true.
This is my stand. So
That's
I feel like it leaves most of the people, teenagers, children, very confused. Like, is this really, kufika hiyo position unajiuliza huyu ni mzazi wangu, is this really my parents? Like,
especially when you interact with other family.
Yeah.
It's like that funny reel that of like an African American setting.
Yeah.
Ametembelea a white kid.
Yeah.
The white kid, the mom of the African kid anaingia na mwongelesha vibaya na mchapa. The white kid is like, your parent can't do that.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to do that. Sijui ni air go like, oh yeah, huku.
Just a chill.
And it's wrong.
Nimetake meeting yangu nikatulia.
I was saying yesterday, I feel like African people globally, we have so much trauma to the point where it's been passed generation also generation.
Yeah.
Because beating, I feel like that is a trauma. Like when ukichapa chapa tu watoi, like ujue ku correct mtu any other way, like it's just beating, mtoi hata akiweka kikombe pali pabaya ushampigia kelele. Mtu akifanya hivi like usha tu, you see nothing but just what the voices that are inside you that literally used to be told. That's what the same thing you put out on your children.
Yeah. And the thing is, I feel like the reason why it's being passed from generation to generation, poverty. Okay?
I don't think it's poverty.
Let me explain something. When you live,
unless you've seen rich people who are literally very unhappy. Most of the rich people actually are very unhappy.
We're talking about the
families.
What I'm talking about is the cycle of kuchapa watoto.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's something. So you can be rich, but you live like a poor person.
Yeah, true.
Okay. And when we talk about poverty isn't just at the financial. It can be culturally poor. You can be, like unajua kuna watu, they don't have any culture, they don't have any tradition about them, so they're inept inside. So anything can creep in and set root. Okay, but what I'm saying is, there are parents who live in a state of poverty to a point where mtu ako Kibera, acha nikupatie example. Mtoto amwage sukari. Sawa. Anaangalia hivi anachiki venye leba alifanya ndio sukari kuwe hapo. Venye alitumiwa vibaya na mwindi fulani. The disrespect they endured. Okay? And they internalize that and they take it out on what? All because we live in a state of want. Never enough. Always in a rat race, so to say, where it's about tomorrow. Just try to live, try to pay the landlord, try to send the kid to school, just try to make it. And when this kid messes up one time, gets expelled, gets suspended, what? Now you've been under all this pressure of, and that's where I feel like we should normalize therapy, not churches. Like we should have government offices where you just go and...
May I think the world is suffering from just one issue. Inequality of resources. Hii mambo ya overpopulation ni uongo.
And
globally as is.
Actually,
globally as is, we can feed the world 5 times over.
Restructure that too.
You got that ready, Charles. You can fill the world.
The distribution
5 times over.
Exactly.
There's enough resources for everybody. But you got some parasites at the top that want to hoard all the resources for themselves, and they get off. I want to say they enjoy. They get a thrill on seeing everybody, especially black people, all fucked up.
Yeah.
But you understand this? They get a joy, sick thrill. You see it even from like the small white people who don't got nothing. They come to Africa and do their goddamn poverty porn. They get a thrill seeing African people all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's how wicked they are. You had there was a ruling me and Joby was talking about. Yes, I didn't bring this up to Joby. We're talking about reparations. How the cracker would never give us reparations, no matter what, from the damn enslavement of African people, from the colonization and everything after that. There was a group who was still alive. I think like 105, 106. there was a bombing of an American city that was created by black people, by Africans, right? In Tulsa, Oklahoma. White people bombed it, and then razed it to the ground, burned it up, killed the people. So you have two surviving members. Oklahoma, you see Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a very wealthy community that black people were built out of slavery, so they became wealthy. White people being jealous, you niggas can't have all this, so they went and burned it down, killed these Africans, no, nothing ever happened. And so they were trying to get reparations for the last two surviving people, which is little enough to give them a couple $1 million, right? There's only 2 of them left alive. The Oklahoma State Supreme Court said nothing for these niggas. They get nothing. Nothing. Fuck them. So this is who they are. Because I think they had a trip back to Africa. I think Joe did the show 2 years ago when they brought them back to Africa and let them see what Africa was like. They're still alive. And the white government says, fuck them. Give them nothing. They always say they don't want to give a slavery reparation. Oh, you guys, those are your ancestors. You weren't enslaved. Okay, well, these 2 people that were alive were there. Why don't you give them reparations? Because they're niggas, and we're not going to do it. Right? So, they're like 105, 106, and they're giving them nothing. It's crazy. So, they're them psychopaths.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the notion is that the world cannot sustain the population. The world can hold billions. We cannot. Wait.
What you guys said, the population numbers are lies, guys. It said it's 8 billion, those are lies. There's not even 1 billion motherfuckers in India. See, I told you, extrapolate with everything this white man is saying, and it's a goddamn lie. It's a lie. There are no 8 billion people on the planet. And even if there were, 8 billion people could fit comfortably in the state of Texas. Comfortably. And the rest of the world would be empty. But extrapolate. See, go back and always do the numbers they tell you. I think the biggest in India has like, what, 300 million or 200 million. Then you extrapolate that out to the biggest city centers and then the villages. There's no 1 billion motherfuckers there. That's a lie. There's no 1 billion Chinese people. That's a lie. It's made up numbers so they can do the depopulation program and like H.R. was saying, starve the world of resources. Oh, we got too many people on the planet. Oh, there's always a psychopathic agenda. You got it.
Yeah, man. So the world can sustain billions. We just don't have room for billionaires. We gotta get rid of the billionaires, man.
Yeah,
that's all we need to get rid of.
Okay.
Billionaires.
What happens if we get rid of them?
Then resources to be equally distributed.
Yeah.
That's that.
Do you feel like it's the liquid cash resources, or
we just strip the whole thing down to the ground?
Because it's not only liquid that they have.
We strip everything to the ground.
You know that means you fight France, right?
No, we strip everything to the ground.
I'm telling you. First of all, you demolish an entire country and the entire.
No, everything.
Yeah.
Bro, everything.
Okay. That will be an interesting perspective.
Yeah, but it's highly unrealistic.
Very.
So that's the problem.
Because they own it.
You know? And we're here for like a second time.
And I feel like it's a rewiring thing for us as African people. It's really, the deadbeat situation never existed in Africa.
Yep.
Reason is, there was never lack of resources to take care of kids. That's why you find...
No. Ever.
Yeah, that's why you find one guy with 30 kids. He was never worried about feeding them kids. He couldn't. Okay? He was never worried about...
Exactly, because... Exactly, Kevin. Until they brought that fake money scam to Africa, Africans did trade. They didn't do sometimes they would use gold, but most of them trade because Africa had everything.
Yeah.
And so there's an abundance in Africa. So like you said, you had civilizations that allowed you to have 30 and 40 children because you could take care of them because the resources were there. It wasn't a scarcity like, I don't have enough money. My money's only based on some fictitious nonsense that these Europeans have made up. You got chickens, goats, cows, corn, all the land you need, all the wealth you need. So, of course you can have children because you can feed them, clothe them, all that. Educate them because everything's in Africa. So they introduced their fake money, as they call their money magic, their money scam. Now everybody in Africa went around and fucking impoverished. See, I told you ever notice before you get colonized, there was no slums in Africa?
Yep.
Isn't that funny? Slums are a modern thing in Africa. There were never any fucking slums in Africa. Now Africa's riddled with slums that never existed. Because you were never poor. Look at us.
Yeah, and this is where the whole deadbeat parent situation becomes a conversation about modern culture. Are we accepting too many Western values that are diluting our own values, hence creating this very problem that we are facing?
This sounds crazy. This is my another theory. I feel like the deadbeat
it's in the theory.
I feel like the deadbeat culture could have came from white people when they came to Africa, raping women and leaving. You know,
living light-skinned kids.
Yeah, living mulattoes. That is just my thought, because I don't know where this came from amongst African people. Like you're saying, we had enough wealth to have many children and all that. So even having one kid, you could be responsible. Like you knew as a man you had no right to literally leave your child and not take care of them. That child is your full responsibility. But it's sad to see today it's a norm. So I feel like that is the white man effect.
Okay.
I don't know.
Shman? You feel like we are accepting Western culture too much to the point where we...
Somebody says she can't live in a world without money.
I mean... Ain't no money.
Ain't no money, it's just...
Shush. What's your question again, though?
Yeah, like, do you feel like we're accepting Western culture too much to a point where we've diluted our own values, hence such problems are creeping into our society?
Can you pass it to Charles?
May I think it's by design.
Yeah?
I don't think even we are just pawns on a grand chess game.
Yeah?
I think,
and we are being moved.
We don't even know.
Yeah.
We think we know. We
Yeah.
don't even know.
How did it even start? That's the question.
This thing started centuries ago.
How?
So?
Amongst African people, how?
No, from the white man.
So
Because
you're what I'm
Africans
saying.
had like a lot of kids.
You're
Now
agree what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, not for the latter part.
But you guys think about it. Even as a father, ukiangalia African tradition, hata me I'm trying to look at hata ushago. Hata kama they would even take care of kids that were never
That are not
theirs.
theirs.
Yeah.
Exactly, you know. So thinking about not even taking care of their kids has never been.
Was never an option.
Yeah, was never an option.
Story, the baby mama, single mama pandemic. Imeanza juzi.
Yeah.
And it started in the 70s when the whites, came for the black home, the black nucleus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's by design.
Do you know why I'm saying that? I feel like then after the white man left the mulatto, we had the African children now growing up, or also maybe I'll say the children who grew up after the colonization, growing up now meeting up with
The boomers
mulatto
now.
children. Then you try to figure out the history of how did she end up looking like this. She's not fully African. Then you can't figure out, oh, it's a Mzungu who left this. So I feel like me as an African man, I can also do this. If they are doing this, I feel like that is why it could have also came from that. And then understanding that we had miseducation of white people, how they came in Africa, not raping, we're not told that part. We're told as You know, we're told that,
Literally.
yeah, they came in Africa, literally like that.
But some of them raped, yeah?
Yeah, well, they came in.
They came in Africa.
Yeah.
Literally, bro.
So I feel like with that, it could be with the miseducation of the African history and how the white man invaded, raped, sorry. Hey, you're not supposed to that.
Raped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that is when us growing up questioning like, hey, the men also, they were like, I can also like F a woman and leave, because if a white man did this to you,
Let me read you something.
Capitalism, bro.
Let me read you this. This is what Lord Macaulay said about African Africans in the British Parliament in 1835. He said,
They're rich.
I have traveled across the length and breadth of Africa, and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief.
Exactly.
Such wealth I have seen in this country, such high moral values, people of such caliber that I do not think we will ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone of this nation, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. And therefore, I propose that we replace her old and ancient education system, her culture, for if the Africans think that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem.
Exactly.
That's what happened.
Okay? Their native
That's exactly what
culture,
happened. That's right.
and they will become what we want them to be.
Exactly.
A truly
Now
related.
what you just McCamus is saying, what you saying, you come from a beautiful people. You need to know that. The lies that he's saying, they're setting up the lies. They're giving telling you lies. You come from a beautiful people. You didn't have to rob and steal from anybody because you had everything.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling the parliament. How are we gonna conquer these niggas?
They don't need nothing. They don't need trade. We didn't need to trade with nobody.
Nobody. You had everything.
Everything was
You had
here.
nothing. Nobody.
So
Exactly.
the first white people to come here were perplexed. They were like, how do we act? Where's our in? You know, like, how do we...
You know that goes to show even the nature of Africans back then.
Yeah.
When white people came, and of course when they just came, like, wow.
Yeah.
Akumado ati shit ni
No.
nimetoka Africa mimi.
Welcome.
Welcome.
You look weird.
Where you from?
Don't you burn in the sun, fam?
What's up?
Why you red?
It just goes to show the nature of Africa.
Your nose too. What? Your nose looks weird. It's long. Damn.
Right.
Your eyes.
We are accommodating.
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Yeah. And they used that.
You know, it's the same thing. And there's a similarity to how they came into Africa and North America. The same notion, the Bibles and land exchange with religion. And it's
Exactly.
it's a flawed religion because it's incomplete. Because it's religious,
It's made
not
up.
spiritual.
Yeah, it's a
Made up.
It's a remix.
It's a remix.
It's a mixtape. It's a compilation of verses.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Exactly right. Hey, y'all, it's a remix. There's a cut on the cut. It's a remix. Exactly.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we have to remember who we are, where we come from, what we value, and what our ancestors represent. And this is why I want to start something. Our generation, let nobody give their kids, English names.
Or me when I get kids, I'm not giving them any English name.
Exactly. We take your own culture one step at a time.
That's a good start. That's a good start.
Don't give them any English names. Don't call them Brian. Come on.
Simon?
Don't call them Matt. Don't call them Natalie.
Oh, damn. I was just
You know. Unaita mtoto Akoth Onyango. Dan.
That's beautiful.
Eh?
Yeah, it's beautiful. O square. Double O.
Double O. Hey.
Tulikonga na double O ground.
You know.
Double O. That's crazy.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Like we dilute ourselves for them, yet what we're diluting ourselves for is acidic.
Taking back your power.
But it used to happen, and then it got lost with millennials.
Yeah.
Because you see, older millennials still go by
Jogona.
Even they'll change
the order
everywhere.
How they write it.
They go, I am Jogona Kimene.
Yeah.
But from the younger millennials all the way down, it's, you know,
You should start with you, Kamlesh.
Jaden.
Yeah.
You've done that?
My daughter doesn't have any English names.
Yumi is
Well, that's Asian, but it's not English. You know, like, and hey,
it's caucus.
Well, it's cat.
Wow.
It's so wrong,
Man.
What did he say? That's alright. That is so wrong.
It's just
No. It's Japanese, like it's racial. No, what? No. Just racist. Just racist. It's a racist joke, not a sexual joke. God damn.
But anyway, I'm thinking about this.
Yeah.
Ukiniuliza ile swali, personally look at it from a perspective where a deadbeat parent is like, no, when we were talking earlier, there was a conversation of can you justify being a deadbeat parent, right? And of course we had conversations including, you know, you might be pushed away, and looking at now the westernization where we have strong women who think that they don't want even men in their lives, they can have kids and push away their men. Yeah, so leading to, of course, deadbeat parenthood or parenting. So yeah, that is also an effect of westernization.
Yeah.
All this is part of westernization.
Yeah. And the westernization part, in my opinion, is the biggest problem with everything. Look at cultures that never really accepted the Western perspective. See how they've
Like
maintained.
the Chinese, the Indians.
Yeah.
They never accepted it.
They've maintained their culture and social structure in a way that respects their traditions and their history.
It's almost like you go through a portal into like a whole other dimension. Where
You know.
like in China.
Yeah.
It's like it's a whole different world.
Wow, yeah.
No.
And
Different
then
values.
they're really intimidated.
Yeah, different
Literally.
values.
What do you mean intimidated? They remember their grandfather's name. Let me tell you, and it's a whole thing. The deeper your roots, the more boisterous you are. Kiburi. That's why you see Nigerians, Kiburi. Because they know their roots. This man can name his grandparents. He will tell you, I am this person's son, who was this person's son.
That don't count, Cameras. That don't count.
Listen, let me tell you why it counts. Let me tell you why it
Hold on,
counts.
Cameras, that don't count. You know what? You gotta be clear because East Africa was under assault longer than West Africa. So that doesn't count.
Yeah.
It's not a fair analogy, but go ahead.
Okay. Let me put it this way then.
Go ahead, Cam.
The minute we get our sense of belonging back, our pride of who we are, the minute, and as I say that, Keith, it's actually the perfect analogy because it goes to show when Western culture seeps into your culture long enough, the effects of it.
Yeah.
The Nigerians kicked them out sooner. That's why their culture survived to some extent.
Because they were, I agree with you there, but hold on, Candace. Those people that you call Nigerians fled from East Africa, okay? They really think that they're able to keep their cultures, because your ancestors decided to stop in Kenya. Because you were actually scattered in Northeast Africa. That was Iran, Iraq, what they call Syria, Jordan, all that shit was your shit. All of that. They just decided to go further west, but you decided to stop. So you were under attack longer than them. So they were able to keep it because their attack wasn't as intense as the East Africa was. That's all. They didn't make them any better than you. They were just not as an attack is longer.
We're not saying they're better, Keith. We are showing, what we're trying to explain is how a shorter period of exposure to Western culture.
I agree.
So,
You're correct. Correct. Correct.
What I support Kamish's statement is in terms of culture. You cannot compare Kenya and Nigeria.
Their culture is richer.
We're both messed up.
Yeah.
Like, we're
Premium.
messed up. Yeah, premium thing.
Yep.
But culturally,
We are bankrupt, they have something.
like the food, the music, the even in between the tribes.
Yeah.
Like juzi nilikuwa naulizana na msee, what's Kenyans like offering for traditional food? Ugali is not ours. Nyama choma is not ours.
No.
You know, it's only githeri, dokoi. Like, you know, we lost everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And culturally,
We do not know.
look at Uganda.
Yeah.
They still have kingdoms, bro.
You feel me?
They have a king, like, of those kingdoms of theirs.
Even in Nigeria.
Nigerians
They still
have the
king.
same.
Even chiefs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and this is where you look at, and I look at my people, for instance. Good joke. So, well, we've lost our culture hadi ya circumcision. Okay? Like, unapelekanga hospitali ukiwa mtoto. That's it. At least the Kalenjins, at least after class 8, you go to the forest, you're taught some culture. Ours, there's none. I have never been in a setting where it's me and my age mates from my tribe. At no point ever. I have no age set.
Yo, it's me, like when I went for circumcision.
Go see.
Yeah. I'm like, where are the teachings? Bro?
I was waiting to be a man. I was ready. Boy, I was done with boyhood. Okay? But shout out to Maria and Setu, they have finally joined us fully. How are you guys doing?
I'm the sinner. You gotta turn the camera.
No,
Turn the camera on,
yeah,
guys.
but we have a problem with the audio, I think.
You turn the camera on. If you can.
It takes time for you guys to hear us. And the mixing, once again.
Okay.
Oh, now your internet all jacked up. Shout out to my 70 more on the gas.
Oh
Man.
my goodness. What?
Yeah, but the extent to which our society has embraced the whole deadbeat
I guess that was been here all the way. But now,
Okay. But the way we've embraced Western culture has really fueled this whole topic of deadbeats,
Yep.
and it's only getting worse.
Yep.
We talk about deadbeat dads more because that was the notion. That is what started the whole thing. Because it was easier for men to run away. But now it has gotten to the point where we have deadbeat moms being prevalent in society.
It's a pandemic.
It's a pandemic right now.
They want to go clubbing without taking care of the kids.
You know?
You have, Kwanzaa in the States, you get.
Yeah.
You see a shorty is like 32, has 9 kids, 7 different baby daddies. Like, yo, what?
And she out here looking for a new baby daddy.
There's this one, I don't know if you guys remember. There's this one in Kenya. And this guy, this guy was I was reporting, he went viral apparently. So this girl gave birth, and then I think it was like, was it a week later? Left the baby with the dad.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. So she was even being done for interviews, and she was like, that was my first time. I was like, man, kuna mademu wanacha watoto wao. It was shocking for me.
She did what?
Gave birth.
After 1 week, left the dad. The dad came back and found that alikuwa ameacha mtoto kwa neighbor. So, the dad was like stressed, went on social media, and it went viral. Because most of the times we hear deadbeat dads. So this went viral. So there was an interview that was being done, and she was actually found. Nakauliza, why did she do that? And this is her reasoning. So me and this guy told this guy that I don't want a kid.
Okay.
From the start, he knew I didn't want a kid. And the chick asked her, then why did you decide to carry the baby? And she was like, he was too broke to afford, you know, an abortion. Okay.
When you're too broke to even murder.
So that is so sad, Kamlesh. And then she went ahead and carried the baby. And that story is like, I had told him I don't want this baby. To begin with. So I'm gonna leave the baby with the dad. And guess where she went?
Where?
To continue her relationship with her Nigerian boyfriend. Ajapona. Like literally, she went to live in Kilimani? She left the guy in Umo or somewhere, I don't know where. And now we are asking about the other guy, right? How did that guy take it? Like, for example, this is a guy who, so he's been waiting for you all these 9 months to actually just give birth, leave your baby, and come live with him. And you guys have sat down and have had this conversation as mature people. It's so crazy because I'm like, how is this guy, if he knew you were pregnant and he really loved, and you think he loves you, if he really loved you, then regardless, angesema kuja na huyo mtoi wake, like unajua, but telling you, hey, you finish, give birth, leave the baby, come to me. And she left a 1-week baby with the dad and went to leave. Like literally, she was very confident. She didn't feel any remorse about it. She was just like, I had told him I don't want the baby. So let him. Mtoto ananyonya nini?
Formula.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, but
So that's why I had like deadbeat mom.
That's a deadbeat mom right there.
Like una guilt yoyote, like
But
man.
Wanaachaga mtoi yani hadi umemnyonyesha hivi. Unamwacha hapa. Na yani hakuna mtu kwa nyumba, unaenda dunda.
And then now when you say here they have like breast pains. If you're feeding.
Look at Pitiaga hizi.
Sasa anatembea na maziwa na kumbuki mtoto wake.
Picha za klabu.
they pump,
No, Pitiaga hizi picha za klabu.
See leakages.
So unaga those pictures clubs I think. Perus tu siku moja ingia klabu moja tu Perus. Utaona tu madem. Kuna wet
lactating.
Wewe ameacha mtoi kwa nyumba.
Hapa tu.
Unasikia aje mbele ya watu na mama.
Anataka nyonyo zionekane.
So you're outside.
Manyonyo.
I'm in the club. See that bit mom.
Wewe ni mchafu.
Yeni young girl.
Wewe ni mchafu, number 1.
Yeni young girl mchafu.
The fact unaweza katu hivyo with your milk all literally coming out.
Sema tu ni maziwa, just milk.
Nimeona sexy red. I don't know if you guys have seen talking about it. She actually did a plastic surgery and she's still breastfeeding. What alisema nakanga mchafu tu
No, mimi ananikanyanga young tag.
Anakanga tu aogi.
Bwana anakana nu.
But imagine how do you
Hebu siku moja enda.
How does it happen?
Surgery. I don't know.
No, literally, that's the female tagger.
Si amefanya plastic.
Ya wapi?
Si ama boobs na bado ananyonyesha.
Why?
Sasa ananyonyesha nini silicone?
Unashangaa sasa sisi ni
Sasa silicone based baby.
Sisi zimekuwa chini.
Silicone based
But
baby.
imagine mtoto akinyonya hiyo kitu, kwa mtoto ajui.
Silicone.
Aenda na ujapona. Unaona na hadi hizo manini ma cell tape. I don't know what it is. Unaona hizo
silicone.
Unaona hizo uliona picha bado kuna hizo cell tape.
What?
Yeah, that's unaona hizo cell tape hapa juu. Whatever is there when
the implants under the boob.
So it's not really a boob, it's like boob under boob.
Yeah.
So you know how implants look like?
Yeah.
One in Noaga in a... Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not. Oh my god, really? Let me show you guys.
They zip it up.
They chop your breast, then they put that
in.
So
wanakata huku chini.
Kata huku chini.
Naisukumia hapo chini.
Inaingisha kwa hiyo space.
So your meat is literally being torn, yeah?
Yeah, at the under.
It's here. This is it. You see, it still has the blood.
Let me see.
let me ask Shimani and Joby a question.
Damn.
Let me ask Shimani and Joby a question.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say, why would a woman decide to have a child knowing that she doesn't want to have children? That she still wants to go out and party and have a good time and still be, utilize her youth. Why would she have a child?
One, she's dumb. Secondly, these are women with peer pressure, you know. Like, there's a time, I love using this example, especially because of where I've grown up from. Like, I used to see women by young ladies just in their, straight from high school, moving in with their boyfriends and already pregnant. Like, I remember actually there was this young girl who was younger than me, and we were the same class na sister here, like we were schoolmates with the sister classmates, but her, she was younger than all of us. So after she finished school, she had like babies, I think 3 babies in a very short time. Then I one time met her and she's like, hey Joby, you've not yet had a baby. You just keep on lagging there. When we'll be actually partying, you'll be there feeding children. I'm like, that's what I'm doing right now, partying, so that when I want to have kids, I can settle, But you are literally right now trying to look for,
Hey, but listen, it has its pros and cons.
It has its
like
pros and cons.
If you get a kid when you're like 18, 19, and then you get your life together, bro, your 40s, you're cruising. So see, like the rest of us are like diapers. Your kid is in college.
It has pros and cons.
You're a grown man.
You're cruising, bro.
But I believe what Keith is
Because
asking.
I'm going to ask you this question. I want Candace to look at this incident that I seen that was truly disturbing. Say, black mother, child, say upstate New York, black mother's child found in the middle of the road. She's out partying. She left the child in the car, and the child somehow got the car and was in the middle of the road like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and people found this child. They almost ran it over.
Job, it's like the video you
So
sent me.
It's the same one. That's what I'm asking. It truly fucked me up.
Oh, the baby that was crawling.
Yeah, exactly. They was caught in the middle of the street at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning while the mama's out partying in the club.
What?
Yeah.
But why do you have a child knowing that you're still too selfish? You still want to go out, hang around men and drink and get fucked up?
I don't know.
Why have a child then?
It's peer pressure. How much money? Because I don't know. For me, that's what I've seen most of the ladies apply. Peer pressure, and then you're dumb. You don't know what you're doing. Like you're just young and dumb, and you're making very quick decisions because this is because of what you're seeing as a trend, which is not actually a trend. It's gonna
Let's pop babies together.
Get you in poverty.
How will I say one thing? A baby is supposed to be yours first.
Period.
Before it becomes
A
even
man's.
a man's baby. It's supposed to be your decision. You want the baby, you are ready for the baby financially, emotionally, you're ready for the baby physically. Because it's so sad, right now we are seeing young mothers who have actually gone ahead to give birth at a younger age, and then they become, of course, what is happening right now, they don't have their own partners to support them. They're out there hustling at the same time.
I'm like,
hustling at the same time and wanting to take care of your kids. So you're there, you're working, you leave your kids at with what are they called? Baby care, daycare and stuff like that. You're not present literally. And it's super, super crazy because you're now fighting with, or rather, you want to figure out life, you want to have a child alone. I mean, it's just crazy at a younger age. So it's really, really
this
sad.
is where Nairobi, it's even messed up in Nairobi, where nowadays we have overnight daycares.
Man.
What?
God damn.
Like overnight, like you can leave your child overnight in Nairobi.
Where?
Eastlands.
Only in Eastlands, I swear.
You know.
These things only happen in Eastlands.
You know why?
I swear.
Because most of those women that do that are prostitutes.
True.
So she works at night. She doesn't have anyone to leave this child with at night.
And still will end up even being pregnant by someone else, you know.
And the cycle repeats itself. So I think I found the video. Let me see.
A 9-month-old baby that was found.
Yeah, that was a disturbing. That broke my heart.
You have a 9-month-old baby that was found crawling in the middle of the
This child
street
could have ran
up
over
in
the middle of the
New
night.
York. Snow being very, very
You that
cold.
selfish.
The motorist found the baby crying. And I want you to hear the excuse that this so-called called mother gave about how a 9-month-old got away from her.
Okay, just put up on my down below.
Okay. Did you call 911? Did you call 911? Dominic, I got a blanket in the back of the car.
Yeah,
Dominic, I got a blanket in the car. You're okay.
Oh man.
This, without settings.
Baby in the street. That's what we doing here now.
Please, did you call 911?
Yeah.
You didn't call him?
Calm down. 9 months.
Damn, man. That's what we doing.
Yeah, start the video.
Hear the excuse that this so-called mother.
What? That is nuts. Really nuts.
That is crazy. And it's snowing.
Yeah. Give you all a 360 view. Since
You have a 9-month-old baby that was found crawling in the middle of the street up in New York. Snow being very, very cold. The motorist found the baby crying. And I want you to hear the excuse that this so-called mother gave about how a 9-month-old got away from her.
You're okay. Did you call 911? Did you call 911? Dominic, I got a blanket in the back of the car.
Yeah,
Dominic, I got a blanket in the car. You're okay.
not picking the baby up.
Baby in the street. That's what we doing here now.
Please, did you call 911?
Yeah.
You didn't call him?
Snowing. It's snow outside.
Damn, man. That's what we do now. Baby in the street. That's what people do now, you feel me? Leaving the kids in the street.
I was driving and
That's my baby, that's my baby, that's my baby, that's my baby. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
What did she say?
It's video that saw over 1 million views in the first 12 hours it was posted on Facebook.
And Dominic, I got a blanket in the back of the car.
Video of a baby in Utica, right out in the middle of Bleecker Street, as cars approached. And as you can see, 2 of the motorists came across the baby, and a third started rolling this video. We tried contacting that person.
Baby in the street. That's what we doing here now.
Who turned the camera on himself and on his Facebook page wanted this video shared with the media, but he did not return our request for an interview. The police did not release the names of the Good Samaritans, but they did release the name of the baby's mother. They say she is 27-year-old Ladrika Ford, who lives on Millgate Street, about 5 blocks from where the baby was found.
That's what we doing here now.
That is scary. That's. I think that was kind of like ridiculous, you know, having a 9-year-old baby outside.
Tito Torres lives several houses away from the baby's mother, so where was Mom Friday night when this all went down?
I was driving and
That's my baby, that's my baby, that's my baby, that's my baby. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Police say Ladrika Ford told investigators she came back for her baby when she and the person in the car she was in realized the baby had gotten out of the car somehow. Police say she told the officers the infant was secured in the rear of the vehicle when they left a location on Bleecker Street. A short time later, she looked to the back seat and found that the child was not there. They immediately returned to the area of Pelletary and Bleecker Street where they located her child.
Know about that. I mean, somebody had to open the door, took the baby out, put it on the street, right?
It's a good question, Tito. One we asked police on Saturday, but police aren't releasing much as far as the investigation goes. Now, we were on scene Saturday afternoon for about 2 hours on Millgate Street, as that's how long it took for police and 2 women from the United County Child Protective Services to talk to Ladrika Ford, first through her door, then inside. Then after about an hour and a half, the baby was taken away, along with 2 other young girls. That is Ladrika Ford right there in the green jacket.
Of course, she just did.
Yes, you can hear her cry as she leaves her babies behind. Now, I did try to talk to those inside the home to see if Ladrika would be willing to talk to us, but was asked to leave. Right now, we do not know how long the children will be cared for by Protective Services. Meanwhile, Ladrika Ford's next court date is set for March 23rd.
Now, did you hear the excuse?
And the sad fact, in America, when those children go to Protective Services like that, they usually get raped. When those children go on with these crackers and Protective Services in America, usually get raped, they get trafficked, so it's not even going into a safe environment. That's how fucked up it is. That the mama's fucked up. He had an excuse, she went out partying. They found out the bitch was at the club. This rotten bitch. This bitch was at some club partying while kids in the middle of the fucking street in the snow. Crazy motherfucker. But sad fact, there's no safety for the children. They're gonna take all 3 of them. And they're probably gonna go to some white family and be raped like shit. That's what happened.
Told the police that the child was secure. So you mean to tell me a 9-month-old is going to get out of a secured car seat? A 9-month-old, after he gets out, he's going to crawl and he's going to open the door? What 9-month-old do you know that opens a car door? He's going to close the car door, obviously, and then crawl 5 blocks away from you? I mean, I know the police are like, tell me that story again. I know they probably going to ask her to tell it 20 times just so she can hear how ridiculous it sounds. I don't know no 9-month-old in the history of the world.
This man is saying, sounds like 9-month butthole. Like.
Can get out of a secure. I don't know no 9-month-old in the history of the world can get out of a secured car seat, crawl out of it, open up a car door. Like, well, how did he do it?
No.
And then how ridiculous it sounds. I don't know no 9-month-old in the history of the world can get out of a secured car seat, crawl out of it, open up a car door. Like, well, how did he do it? And then you didn't hear him slam the car door? I mean, this is so stupid. This woman was doing something she had no business. And I don't know how that child got away. Did you just try to drop that child off in the middle of the street? Did you try to do that? And then people found that child, and then now you want to come up? Like, what happened with that? You can't tell me this story.
The sad fact out of all videos, the sad fact out of all videos, Canvas pulls the video of my nemesis right here. And me and this dude was going back and forth, and he begged somebody to stop me to get off his neck back in the day. This moronic ass mumble mouth nigga around here.
What?
If it's up, it's
Yeah, this nigga right here, me and him got into it years ago. I said, Dixon, I was destroying his stupid ass. He called a friend, he called someone, a mutual friend, say, please leave me alone, he's destroying me, please, just come to stop. Because this he gets witch with me, he's an idiot. I proceed to destroy this nigga here. That's why he's got a new channel called the Diaspora Channel. This good nigga here. So I had to show this man here. And so, YouTube, I knew he's taking this nigga.
You're breaking, Keith.
That field guy.
You're breaking.
Oh, am I? I probably still. I'm in the countryside making. That's about 6 years ago. So me and this guy got into it. He's an idiot. And so, you know. Now all videos you put this. So, like, you know, I had to break back because he's not even married to an African woman. He married to an ugly Mexican broad. Oh man, that was good. Those were good days.
You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to call her ugly.
I had to destroy him. I had to destroy him. Oh man, she's ugly. You want to do what? Okay, okay, do this. Do this. Because he tried to lie to a black woman. I said, that's the ugliest black woman I ever saw.
Yo, what?
Do this. They say, Bill Scott. Say, Bill Scott. Hey, Bill Scott and White on Google. Bill Scott and White. You tell me the judge, is this mother woman, Mexican women you ever seen alive?
We can't hear you.
So I had to do that. I had to check this Negro. Because he was talking crazy about black people back then. Now he's a complete changed man with the African shit. I had to check this nigga on cameras. I destroyed him. And see, all my channels have been taken down. You might find some of those videos, you know, you beg, hey, tell Keith to stop it. Destroy my channel, please. Get him off me. I'm gonna destroy you, you retarded ass nigga. You can't get work.
Yeah, but as we come to the end of the show, what are your closing remarks on this?
Man.
I see you have your hand up.
Yeah, man. Always ready.
Always ready.
Always ready, all right?
Yeah.
You feel me? But I would say, do not neglect your parental duties if you sire a kid.
Yeah.
There's this South African rapper I listen to called Pretty Ugly. And he says, do not sleep with the woman who you're not ready to sire a kid with.
Yeah.
You know? So, man, don't be out here perambulating. To come, I'm a calm face up. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Shmani?
Yeah, I mean, be a responsible person. Have a kid when you're ready. Personally, I'm going to tell this to women because at the end of the day, a kid is first a woman's. So, with the people who bring life, and we have a say, you know, women have says when it comes to their kids. So, be a responsible person. Have a kid when you're ready. You will definitely know. Because if you're trying to have a kid with a deadbeat, if he's a deadbeat, he's not going to be present regardless of what. But you can decide to take in the action. So be responsible. Have a kid when you're ready. And that's just my conclusion. We're going to be avoiding a lot of deadbeat parents, a lot of deadbeat dads with that. Stay responsible.
For me, stop going with societal expectations, because I feel like, number one, that is what has triggered a lot of why we have young people are having children at a young age, and then later they start regretting or end up having these depressions, you know, where you're gonna end up now, you know, leaving your child in an abandoned place somewhere, you know, and you don't care. Have a kid, like Shmani said, when you're ready. This really exhausts and consumes you mentally, physically, emotionally. It drains women. It's not a joke, you know. Having a kid is not a toy. You have to be literally very ready. And you also have to be financially ready as a woman. Sometimes things are good at the beginning, and sometimes marriage might, you know, might not end up being what you expected or saw it. So be also ready, because you don't know what type of a man you're dealing with, but also make a good choice, you know. And you have to be ready. That's when you're ready mentally.
I want to give a shout out to Shimani and Joey for being responsible and not having kids walking in the middle of the street. I commend you too.
Thank you. Not in the street. Not in the street. God. And our parents.
For me, what I want to say is heal. hurt people.
Hurt people.
Hurt people.
Yeah.
Heal. And before you get into the journey of
what if it happens? Boom.
Figure out a way for you to heal. Heal. You can heal in so many ways. Heal. Do not let this be, if you're a victim, be the last. Okay? Take on the responsibility of making sure that whatever you went through doesn't pass along to your kids.
Yep.
Be mindful of how you treat your kids, how you talk to your kids, how you act around your kids, the language you use around your kids. Heal. It's been such an amazing show. Shout out to Kay Bella, to Little Miss Sunshine, to Joe Mosquito, to Keith, to Maria and Setu as well. And shout out to the internet, Museveni too.
Shout out, see, that's right. We fixed one internet. You got my 70 fucking up shit on the other end. God damn.
Shout out to Mose.
Yeah, so till next Tuesday, it's been amazing. Keep it tuned right here on the Black Fire Network, the media of the 21st century, where the Moya will be coming up with the daily news. We have a news anchor, ladies and gentlemen.
And tell me more, I bet not find his damn kids in the street either. That's an ass whipping.
He says he doesn't have.
Not that we know.
Not that he knows of, he doesn't have yet.
Yet. But yeah, till next time, Watu. Ciao.
Ciao, amigo. Bye.
Zote.
Shout out to Phil Scott. If you listen to this nigga, I'm still here. Your wife is still ugly.
God damn.
Kids, man.
I'm not about to start
beauty in the eyes of the beholder.
Oh my God.
I thought once before.